He's the one with the network fucking major.
Internet, and welcome to Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001 with improved mic skills. I am your host, SneakyDevil, and we are joined today, as always is the case these days, Max Force, Atin, and Nose Hair.
No, my mic hasn't gotten any better. Eat a dick, R. I'm just getting it out of the way right now.
I can barely hear you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Hold
No
on,
one-
I moved it.
No one else
closer.
has told me this information until now. Thank you, everyone. I do appreciate it.
Sneaky, I told you the first time you adjusted it, I can barely hear you. I'm boosting you back up to 200%. Don't bitch at me because you didn't listen at the time.
Fuck you.
And now to appropriately lower him to 140 just in case.
Ah! Advanced audio proper? No, it was filters. Right. Yes, it was the filters.
So yeah, Sneaky went fucking with his microphone settings, got rid of most of the static, but it went quiet.
Alright, so tell me if this works out fine. Can everyone hear me just fine now, or do I need to bump the gain up? I'm talking to the chat.
Yes, I understand you're talking to the chat.
Is it no longer being suppressed?
It's still been quiet, Isley says.
Yeah, you're still pretty quiet. I was listening to the stream
let
audio.
let me try this again. Let me de-boomerify my mic. Let me turn the gain back on and put it around there. How about them crackers?
That's actually pretty good.
Huh.
Awesome. I fixed it. And there's no, like, big static in the background? I'm no longer being attacked?
Static, unlike mine.
I'm no longer being attacked by big static?
Nope.
What is this,
Apparently
Big
not.
Pharma?
Yeah, except, it's like Big Gay, except, you know, less sexual.
I'm really not sure how to respond to that.
I don't know. Alright, so, meme review. So I have a lovely fic for you guys today, and as always, do not contact the authors at any point in time. This is Naruto Namikaze, Lord of Sunlight, among other things.
Did you just say Lord of Sunlight?
Please tell me this isn't Dark Souls.
It's Dark
Naruto
Souls.
High School D times D Cross.
Oh, thank God.
Times Dark Souls.
Fuck!
What, you didn't think he was just waiting for that? Dumb.
Isn't it? No, yeah, the cover art is just Priscilla with something going on in the back. I don't know.
Oh,
what
hey,
those
do we get to
particles are
touch
for.
Fluffy Tail?
No,
I
there is
mean,
no-
I always touch the fluffy tail by cutting it off with that dagger.
You monster.
Damn straight.
Naruto and his kingdom wake up from their deep slumber in hopes of seeing the flame to be rekindled once more, thus starting the second age of fire. Oh boy, this is Naruto as Gwyn. Excellent. The only problem is that
What
new
could possibly go
factions
wrong?
seem to have taken an interest in their surprise appearance, and it is up to Naruto to make sure his kingdom is not one to be trifled with. Naruto D times D Dark Souls crossover. Naruto harem of 8 girls. Naruto times Gabriel Seraphol and Penemenume.
What?
Why does this sound like it's supposed to be a sequel to something, and they decided to just skip the first story?
And I want to crush everyone's hopes and dreams right here and right now. 552 favorites.
I want to die.
Interesting story. Please update soon. Please rewrite this or make new story with Demon Souls crossover. I want Naruto to be paired up with the level up NPC from Demon Souls to be cool.
Jesus fucking Christ, you can't even remember her name. She's the Maiden in Black. I didn't even play Demon Souls, and I fucking know that.
Release new good story. Hope you update soon. This is great. So fantastic. Update soon. Is this fix still alive? Update soon.
Look at the one at the bottom of page 1.
And this is where I stop. I can stomach a lot of things, but overblowing the power levels of the Soulsborne series is not one of them. The Great Red is the motherfucking dragon, which can blow tons of shit up. Midir is a pissed off lizard that can beat with light roll spamming and broken straight sword. Seed
Listen,
is
motherfucker,
joke.
you want to beat Midir with a broken straight sword? I want to see that!
So, what I like the most about this review is, like, this is someone who clearly does not understand that game mechanics do not equate lore most of the time.
No, they really
Like,
don't, no.
It, of course, there's also, like, New Game Plus, where things get even harder.
On. Let me just emulate the author for a minute. Oh, I'm so good. Let me just touch myself. Oh, yeah, I'm so good at Dark Souls. Yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
Seed is a joke, and Dragon Slayer armor is easy fuck. Witch of Isleth is overhype. Two-story house is most any attack or spell from Soul.
This is no longer a story. This is you, like, making a 4chan.
No, this is a reviewer.
No, he's legitimately reading it.
This is a reviewer.
I'm reading a reviewer.
He's reading the reviews.
Well, then I am retarded.
Is capable
Isley,
of
I know at least
destroying
one
and
person
Gwyn.
beat Midir with their fists. But that's one person.
Gwyn is a
That
practice dummy for parrying. Okay, I will give them that.
That one is actually correct.
Wait, who is a practice dummy for parrying?
But, like,
Wait.
again, that was...
yes, of course.
Again, that was more due to game mechanics to the
Yeah.
point where Miyazaki apologized in an interview, like, sorry guys, that was supposed to be better.
It's a shame, really, since your writing isn't all that bad. I just can't stand the way you handle Soulsborne.
Also, I want to point out, this guy mentions Seath, the shittiest dragon to ever dragon in the Dark Souls universe. Because he's literally not a dragon.
Who can still... No, he is a dragon.
Yeah,
I know he is technically a dragon, but he's...
Keep in mind, he can still fuck your shit up.
No, Seed is the OG dragon, Atin.
Yeah, see, there's an OG.
I
He's
know
not
he's an OG.
the original.
He's just a shit dragon. He's the shittiest dragon of the OG dragons.
Oh, what the shit?
What?
When did Two Step Goodbye get 515 favorites?
What?
When did that get even more favorites? Wait, are you still slowly accruing people?
God damn you.
What the fuck? I was like, hold on, how many favorites have our stories gotten? What the shit?
Speaking of which, Max, we do need to write another chapter at some point.
You know what the problem with that is, Atin?
Season 6.
The new season?
Volume 6 happened.
Absolutely killed. Yeah, that's the same thing with Two Step Goodbye. It's just like, I do
Say,
have
we could
some
continue to
down
ignore it.
Except that your whole meta, Atin, is commentary on the Rooster Teeth series.
Yeah, okay, but we have a really long way to go before we get even remotely close to that, Max.
Yeah, but it's like rephrasing all the shit that's happened, like, oh, Ozpin did X in Season 1 because of this in Season 6. And it's just like...
I mean, I guess the thing we could always do is, since we didn't technically start writing it till, like, the start of... Was it Volume 4 or Volume 5 we started writing?
Okay, look, it's not surprising, honestly, that you're outpacing...
Yeah, so then I guess by the time we get to
Field.
Volume 6, it'd be like, okay, we don't know what's going on anymore.
Isley's saying she's surprised that she's outpacing Shattered Steel with favorites, and I'm just like, no, that's not surprising at all.
No, definitely not.
Okay,
we haven't updated that story in years.
Isley, you're outpacing a story in a dead section and a story in a non-existent section. That is nothing to write home about. I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's not that impressive. I apologize.
Shut down by the Max Force. He is tired of your shit.
By the way, Sneaky, we got a thank you email about that game tournament I talked you guys into helping me sponsor.
Oh, neat.
So, we just got the thank you letter for that, and that game tournament's happening Saturday.
Cool.
I
Do
would
we
love
even
to
have
go.
a logo?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. I sent
yeah,
them.
we
Do we?
I sent
That's
him
right,
the
we
banner.
do. It's so shitty.
Yeah, I sent him.
Have
I
you
sent him
seen-
the banner.
Have you seen our YouTube page?
Yes, I have.
Oh, we don't even show. Oh, wow. Oof. This hurts YouTube. YouTube is just straight out blocking us.
Oh,
What?
We don't even show up on on the Google search for Two Eats and Southerner.
Try doing it with try doing it all as one word with the number.
Let's see if this pulls up. Yeah, here we go. No, there we go. That's our channel banner, okay?
yes, I forgot
Oh
about that.
my god. Hey, Stinky, can you go back to our fanfiction page for a second?
It's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
I just need to take a look at it. 95 follows and 67 favorites. My fucking Halo Infamous crossover has more favorites and only 20 less follows. What the fuck?
Memes.
Nice.
48 Jesus Christ. That was one of the like I struck gold stories.
Yes, it was.
And I lost all want to do it for one reason and one reason only. I couldn't find non-commentated walkthroughs of Halo fucking Reach. I couldn't
Wait,
find a
what?
game script. I couldn't find anything.
Seriously?
Yeah, no.
I don't know why at the
That's
time.
fucking pathetic.
Like
No,
at the
see,
time,
what was going
when I
on
was
is that
publishing it,
Microsoft was taking down videos that didn't have commentary in them.
yeah, like I could, because the Halo fandom wasn't crazy enough to make game scripts at the time. I still don't think they do game scripts. I couldn't find uncommentated walkthroughs. I couldn't find just the cutscenes. I couldn't find anything at the time I was writing that fic. Whereas the Infamous stuff I had nearly memorized because I played the shit out of 1 and 2.
Second Son was pretty fun, I will admit.
What was fun?
Second Son?
It was. It wasn't as good as 1 and 2 though, because like in 1 and 2, you could actually play like a perfectly neutral path up until
Yeah, I
the
didn't
end.
like how they made you take one side. I was just like, eh.
Yeah, and the worst thing, because like in 1 and 2, it was like, all right, I'm playing mostly good. Well, I want to play evil for this mission. Can I do that? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. Second Son, I want to play evil this time. Well, better go grind some evil points.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Anyway, so back to this load of shit. I'm not dead. I just left all my creative juices on a different story. Hardships of life, things became monot.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, is that
You can do
correct
it.
spelling of monotonous? I was like, I'm about to say monotonous.
I believe that is the correct spelling of monotonous.
Just threw me for a loop. And it felt like if I did make chapters for my other works, it would be half-assed and horrible quality. So I apologize to all those who supported my own stories. This is going to be Naruto D times D Souls crossover with maybe some Bloodborne. I have played Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and I think I know a fair bit of lore in the Dark Souls trilogy.
Aha! The sure
Motherfucker.
sign that you don't know shit!
Motherfucker.
I've played Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. I know a lot. Fucking piece of shit. And I'm not gonna say that word on stream because I can't say it.
Smart lad, or when I've kicked you from the chat.
Let's see. The world will be based on D times D. The characters will come from everything. Naruto and maybe some others will be the only thing from the Naruto world, as well as the ninja thing. Also, the weapons from the Souls trilogy and Bloodborne. Naruto's personality will be the serious yet playful. Oh wow! The all-around personality that allows the author to basically do anything with their story because their characters are more or less a blank slate. Indeed. Everyone raise your re.
I typed it in the chat because I can't say it on air. I can type it in the chat.
Re.
No, you can't, you goddamn idiot!
Yeah, I can.
Blah, 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 blah. Naruto will
No,
be
we're
super
literally
OP.
responsible for a chat. I have to ban you now.
Just ban me for a minute then or something. I don't know.
Dark Souls 1 is still the worst of them. No, Dark Souls 2
No,
is the worst
no.
of them.
No.
Isley,
No.
fight
Isley,
me.
shut up.
Dark Souls 2 is the worst of them. You shut your mouth, Isley.
I really don't dislike Dark Souls 2.
Well, that's because you didn't play
I
Dark
mean,
Souls 1.
okay, here's the thing.
Okay,
That's
Dark
blatantly untrue. I
I'm-
fucking played it on the shitty fucking 360 version. You shut your poor
I'm
mouth.
not saying I dislike Dark Souls 2. I'm saying it's the worst of them.
Yeah, that's not. We're not saying it's the worst. It's not like a shitty game. It's not
Like,
like it's
it-
fucking.
I would still
It's just
recommend
not
Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls.
2 as a game to play. I just think it's the worst out of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
That's fair. I will agree to that.
Now, if we're talking like general movement, Dark Souls 1 is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
Omnidirectional
mostly
rolls.
because you literally can't unless. Did they even fix that in the remaster? I didn't play the
No.
remaster.
No,
they-
we
they
don't have
broke
we don't have
everything.
omnidirectional rolls. We still have forward, back, left, and right, and that's it.
They broke
Thanks.
everything in the
Omnidirectional
remaster.
rolling was such an amazing addition, Dark Souls 2, and you don't realize how much you like.
You don't realize how much you missed it until.
I didn't realize
I was
how
gonna say, you don't
like,
realize how important it is until it's taken away.
after playing through 2 full games of it, technically 4 or 5 after multiple
Fuck the
replays
life
of
crystal
each.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we go
the
back to
life.
Dark Souls
Okay,
1.
next
At least,
thing. Did
here's
you
the thing.
never find the Ring of Binding?
I mean,
The
here's the
what?
thing: the Ring of Life Protection was such a fucking crutch that everyone was like,
I was gonna say,
"Oh, I
first
beat
of all,
Dark Souls."
the fixable Ring of Life Protection. Second of all, the Ring of Binding.
Yeah.
Everyone just
it's
like,
like,
"Oh,
it's
you
like,
get to
and-
decide your own.
and
You get to
if-
decide your own difficulty level. Play a mage." I was like,
and
"No."
If you have
Why
to
would-
have an item in the game to fix a mechanic that sucks dick, then your mechanic sucks dick.
Dark
I'm
Souls
not-
1 best. Okay, you know what, Ozzy? No, I don't think anyone here is going to fight you. The DLC
Yeah,
was the best
that
part of Dark Souls
DLC
1.
was
Absolutely.
pretty
The
dang.
DLC was also the best part of Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Because, boy,
Alright,
Dark
And
Souls
no, and let's be honest, the
S3,
DLC was the best part of
Ring
Dark Souls
City.
3 as
Come
well.
on, Ring City.
Yeah, you know
Mm.
what? The DLC is the best part of the Dark Souls games in general. Like, the DLC was the best part of Bloodborne as well.
The DLC. Anyway,
Which, I remind you, I haven't played.
if you don't like OP Naruto fic, don't read.
Oh no, I was not defending Life Crystals. Life Crystals were horseshit.
I planned the story to be epic in length.
Isley was
Epic!
defending the
In
Oh.
length. Epic in length.
of the
Last
Ivory
published
Crown.
2017.
Isley, I believe you mean Saralon was the best part of the S2.
I mean, Sin was pretty good.
Sin was like, this is the dragon fight I always wanted in Dark Souls 1.
Scholars of the first sin, bringing Dark Souls 1 back to Dark Souls 2.
More or less.
No, that was the King of the Sunken Crown DLC that brought Dark Souls 1 back to Dark Souls 2. The fuck you on about? Scholar of the First Sin was just improving a game that really needed it.
Anyway,
I mean,
moving on.
I would say that I really don't think a game needs DLC to improve it, but I'm also the person who bought Enemy Within the first day it came out.
Well, of
So I'm not
course.
really allowed to say anything.
Games should not need DLC to improve them.
They
However-
shouldn't.
No,
It's
but here's the thing.
just-
Here's the difference.
There's a difference between DLC improving the game and the game needing DLC to improve it.
No, I know. No,
Yeah.
No, we're
I'm
saying
aware.
that to Ricky
Yeah.
because
yeah.
Enemy Unknown was a really great game. Enemy Within made it even better.
Yes.
I guess a
Like-
better example would be XCOM 2 and War of the Chosen.
What
I
XCOM 2
don't know.
was fine.
XCOM
I'm not
2
saying it
base
was
was
great,
great.
but it was fine. Like it didn't need improvements. It was a perfectly playable game.
I mean, the thing is, War of the Chosen did add a few things that made it a bit more stable, if that makes sense. Like, I experienced a lot of crashes before War of the Chosen.
That's because you modded the shit out
No,
of it
see,
like a
this is
dumb
before-
ass.
This is before mods. This
No,
was the
I
day
played it
one.
with like 5 mods, and I
this was
never
day
had that
one.
game crash, you dumbass.
I had-
Okay. And now that I've muted them all, I'm gonna continue on.
I don't know if he's gonna unmute us.
I did. The Dark Souls world will alter from the canon by how much I choose to do so. Just know the world will not be Dark Souls. There'll be a lot of gender bent for his Naruto harem, and Gwendolyn will definitely be female.
Why?
Why? We already know Gwendolyn is male.
Because gender bend.
Because harem.
Because I don't know, maybe
Because
the author
harem.
doesn't want to write about a trap. Maybe the author wants to touch his dick to Gwendolyn, but doesn't want to think about Gwendolyn also having a dick.
But as far as we know, he doesn't. He just has octopus tentacles.
This is true. We don't actually know what's under the robe.
He's got some
No,
snakes.
I mean, we do. We know there's octopus tentacles. We know
no,
that for
it's
sure.
not octopus tentacles. It's fucking snakes.
Snakes?
It's literally
Really?
snakes.
Snake.
I apologize.
It's
I
a
never
large
looked closely enough to
cluster
see
of
that it was
snakes.
And
And
even
among
then-
his snakes is another snake that's not quite a snake.
Yeah, well, the weird thing is that,
Sneaky?
like,
Oh,
due to Gwendolyn's powers, we also
unless he's
don't
got a
know-
dick snake. Ooh.
Could we? Okay, we need to stop.
But think about it. It's got extra tongue action.
And the
And
server
that process is ending there.
That's what I'm here for. To kill it.
I will start this off with a Dark Souls intro and add my own gentle touches to it. Just search video on YouTube if you want to have imagery of Dark Souls intro. I suggest you
Oh,
read
get
my
the
version
fuck out.
afterwards because things will be different. I have also implemented similar aspects of Yagami Niguyen's The Dragon Emperor.
What?
Why?
What?
Yes, Isley, that was that, and that completely ended that train of thought. Congratulations, you're learning.
Remember, guys, if you don't like this story, don't read it. And also, I'm going to ignore all constructive criticism. Let's get started.
Actually, it says constructive criticism allowed. Flames will be ignored.
Yeah, but you see, Max, because it says don't like, don't read, that means you just ignore the flames part and the is allowed part and read it as constructive criticism will be ignored. Because if you're telling people if they don't like it to not read it, then there's going to be no constructive criticism. And any constructive criticism that there is, the author's going to declare a flame.
I'd make a first flame joke, but I think I'll just not for everyone's sanity.
But anyway, so, really shit version of the prologue, blah blah blah, I'm changing it a little bit. Lord Naruto! Blah 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 blah. Underworld Capital War Room. Oh wait,
That's a lot of blahs.
So we're already getting the Dark Souls 1 lore incorrectly. Alright.
Again, they played Dark Souls 3, so they know all of the lore.
Yeah, of course. Furious typing from Max.
Oh no,
Re-
I'm still. What the fuck?
Anyway, so,
What?
atmosphere was tense as the room was filled with 4 worried and concerned leaders of the underworld. The few times the room felt such intensity was when the devils prepared their final preparations of their last battles of the civil war of the last war of the 3 biblical factions. The sound of silence was broken by the underworld's leader of foreign affairs and one of its 4 leaders. That's supposed to be capitalized also. Seraphal Leviathan, also known as Seraphal Satiri, the strongest female devil in the underworld. I'm sure that every faction has heard the news about the continent the size of Russia surfacing in the Pacific.
That would fuck the world over so bad.
What?
That would absolutely fuck the world so badly.
I love when authors are absolutely retarded like this.
What in the fuck?
What do sea trees have to do with this, Isley?
What?
I don't know. Isley just said at Sneaky Devil, sea trees. It's pronounced sea tree. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So let's ignore the fact that tides would absolutely change and basically the ecological structure of the entire ocean would massively shift.
Well, just the mere fact that a continent would surface in the middle of nowhere would cause massive global flooding from all the
and
displaced water.
tectonic changes and massive earthquakes everywhere. Continental shift of untold proportions. Japan would probably just die. They would just get the die.
They would just get the die. I cast death upon you.
They're just gonna catch a bad case of death.
They got Doom casted on them. They only have 5
They're-
turns to live.
They're gonna commit underwater.
Oh my god.
Commit underwater? That doesn't make any sense, you moron.
Yeah.
Just let him have this. He so rarely gets.
No, he doesn't let. He doesn't let me have anything.
No, because you can't have anything. You're the reason why we can't have nice things. And I will no doubt the other factions will be putting their best effort to investigate this mysterious civilization to contact its leader. And we shall and should send some of our own soon as well.
Okay, first of all, I want to point out how stupid the author is, because every piece of Dark Souls lore says Lordran was tiny.
Yeah, Lordran was like island.
I mean,
island.
yeah, it was basically like an island nation. It was
small.
on top of a fucking mountain.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried to make the Naruto world become another dimension similar to Asgard and Underworld. I mean,
No, why did you think that was a good idea?
No. To be fair, that would explain a lot about the elemental nations. You know, legitimate. It's better than some of the shit that I've seen before with trying to integrate the Naruto continents into the world, where it's like, oh, you see the Naruto continents, the size of Pangaea, by the way. Naruto continents is actually a small island surrounded by giant Nordic ward stones that shroud it in fog and prevent boats from seeing it off the coast of Japan. That's why they all speak Japanese.
And it's totally just inside the Bermuda Triangle, guys.
No, it's the Japan Triangle. That's where all the nothing disappears to.
Of course, how silly of me.
Exactly. Yeah. My real favorite was that one prototype Naruto story in which Naruto traveled from the elemental nations at the age of 4 on a tanker to Manhattan and got infected with prototype Blacklight. and then travel back to the elemental nations. Oh, and fucked his sister.
Yep. Can't forget the most important part.
Yeah. Anyway, so blah 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 blah. Who should we send? Blah 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 blah. Who else? Grabbing everyone's attention, said Ajuka Bezelbub, formerly known as Ajuka Staroth, who is now the underworld's genius, sole inventor of Pyramid system that would give his fellow devils an edge against the angels and fallen angels, and smartest of the four mouths. Ajuka glanced at Seraphal nonchalantly, dragging everyone's sole attention to her. Seraphal, while acting childish at public, she is the best foreign speaker we have yet to fail us. I have full confidence. Why is there a semicolon in your dialogue, sir? I have full confidence in her abilities to have great relations with unknown variable and perhaps make alliance in near future. I am heavily foreshadowing that she's going to stick her vagina on his dick and make the great relations in the future. Do you like that heavy foreshadowing? I'm sure no one saw
I feel
it.
you may be being a bit cynical, but I think it's
No.
probably justified.
Be cynical? No.
All the time.
No. I am the most optimistic person you'll ever meet.
You are the most pessimistic piece of shit I've ever known.
That's fair.
Sneaky. I have known literal drill sergeants less cynical than you.
That's fair. It's basically a contract obligation for Naruto to fuck a relative whenever he gains this cool superpower. I mean, there was that one story where that wasn't true, and then his mom's ghost possessed Hinata and had sex with Naruto.
Can we not talk
Can we
about
not?
that one?
Can we actually not?
Sneaky is an optimist in comparison to Isley. I don't know.
Oh no, I've met people more cynical than Sneaky too.
Which is always impressive. I agree with this. Anyone else might have sparked war instead of peace. Yes, because then they would get into a gay relationship, and we all know how the fandom likes that. Which is being the D times D fandom, not at all. Said the tall, imposing figure of Phallibum Asmodus, formerly known as Phallibum Gay. One of the Mao and is in charge of military.
One of the what?
One of the Mao and is in charge of military affairs. Good. Now we have seemed to solve this situation. Let us move to next topic. I have never in my life ever heard someone utter that statement before.
Well, that was boring. Next topic, please.
Good job, team. Now that we have seemed to have solved the problem, let us move on to next problem.
I mean, in D&D campaigns, I can probably see that happening. But only because people in those games are just like, hey, okay, we beat the monsters, let's move on, please, thank you, because I'm bored and I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I have a story to tell about that in a second.
This is not the
this.
stream for that.
I mean, look, all I'm gonna say is I feel like they're being a little too blasé about a continent appearing in the middle of fucking nowhere.
That's fair too, yeah. There is no.
All right, we've assigned an ambassador to the continent that appeared out of nowhere. Next on the agenda.
Oh boy, this
How
gets
to
even
get rid
better.
of the cookie?
This
How
gets
to get
even
rid of the
better,
Girl
Atin.
Scouts selling those damn cookies? They're cutting into our profit.
Gets even better, Atin. There is no doubt in my mind the immense spike of energy rivaling the Great Red and Ophis combined have been felt by every supernatural being in the world, and is located somewhere in the center of the kingdom. Is no mere coincidence. We also have to take into account this is the biggest possible threat ever encountered, even as Great Red and Ophis seem to take interest in this, as both decide to shroud the whole place in huge illusion. making the humans completely unaware what lies in the shrouded fog.
So they're just somehow. So that's why they're ignoring like all the title effects.
Yeah, that's how they're just ignoring the fact that a major shipping lane just drastically changed.
Cool.
I'm sure no one will notice that. Also, that was literally just a wall of text paragraph of dialogue. Surzek looked at Serafal with serious gaze, but with her returning it. The moment you find or sense yourself in any imminent danger, do not hesitate to summon one of us and the army, and it seems too powerful, retreat with haste. Serafal nodded knowingly
I
at
have
her
Where's
fellow
really
the-
bad
where's the
news
soap?
for a bunch of demons going to invade Anne Orlando. They've been down this road before.
Oh, now you fucked up.
Oh, that's actually that is a good point. I actually just make a good point. A giant tidal wave has just wiped out half of known civilization, so that's why they don't know there's a Russia continent. Is there any communist Naruto worlds out there? Yes, there's a couple. I also ordered all high class and below to not approach the continent by any means until further notice, because I'm sure people will pay attention to that one. Yeah. And any
You
other
command a
clan
bunch
leader.
of demons. They're going to go there.
Hey, I'm going to command a bunch of an entire species, actually, of people that are quite literally driven by one of the many sins, one of the 7 sins, and I'm going to tell them to not go to this continent that may or may not contain untold riches, powerful artifacts, and people, and or spells and shit. I mean, even though it totally just appeared and totally did not at all have a figure on it that is as strong as the 2 strongest imaginary dragons combined. What about Nazi Naruto? Probably. Then make haste. Be careful, Sir told his black-haired comrade. Don't worry, Zex John. I am going to stay safe. Oh, and tell Griffia to look less serious for once. Sayonara, Serafal said, returning to her bubbly persona as she left the room via teleportation magic. I swear 1 minute she's serious and the next she's a 4-year-old. Keep in touch. I'll use my best surveillance devices to gather more information. Hajuka said
I'll
with
use
light
my
chuckle,
best surveillance devices.
before teleporting away to his laboratory. His laboratory!
Quick, to the laboratory!
I am Mandark!
Oh boy, there's a reference I haven't heard in a long damn time.
I thought we were gonna go with the Emperor's New Groove, but yeah, sure, let's go with Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab is even older, so it's better. By the law of cartoon.
By the law of cartoons, it's older, therefore it's better.
Because everyone knows 80s Spider-Man's the best.
Don't you mean 60s?
Well, 60s is even better. It's better than the best. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Army alert, blah, blah, blah. Just another day? Oh yes, it was just another day. The sounds of bones popping were heard as the 3 Lords of Cinder rose from their deep slumber inside a huge,
Oh, you mean the
beautiful
things that
temple.
never existed
Yes, inside a huge...
until Dark Souls 3?
Uh-huh. Inside a huge, beautiful temple laced with beautiful architecture and ornate furniture inside the Anne Orlando castle. Damn, does it feel good to be awake again or not? What?
I'm very confused.
Damn, does it feel good to be awake again or not?
What? No. That's not how that statement works.
That's not how that phrase works in the slightest. said the Lord of Sunlight out loud to particularly no one, semicolon, as he stretches with a pleased look on his face. That is actually not how you use a semicolon.
Also, this person has no idea how literally any of this works, like we suspected.
Well, at least Naruto doesn't have 6 hands this time yet.
True.
While still looking not a day over 25 years old, with his blonde, spiky hair looking like a vibrant sex lord.
Do they not understand what happens to people when they become a lord of fucking Cinder?
No, of course not.
Probably not.
No, see, that lore gets in the way of their story, so they discarded it.
Like, literally, every single Lord of Cinder looked terrible. Bloodblith looked terrible. Yorm looked terrible. The Lothric brothers looked terrible.
You see, Atin, he played the game, he knows everything about Dark Souls lore.
He also played Bloodborne. Super related to Dark Souls lore.
Exactly.
Yes, don't you understand? I played Dark Souls, therefore I'm able to. I played Dark. Did he say he even played Dark Souls? Did he play that or Dark Souls 3?
No, just
Dark
3.
Souls 3. Just Dark Souls 3.
I played Dark Souls 3. I totally know all the lore.
It does feel good, my dear, although I have a hatred for commas and ever using them properly. Nito does seem to also be under the weather, as always. I guess time can't change some things, said the bewitching pale beauty in serene tone to her fellow lover and lord as she rose to his right, snuggling her ample bosom in his powerful arm, painting her face with loving smile. Okay, you realize the words painting when referring to facial expressions means you're faking it? Painting your face with a smile means you're faking the smile. It is fake. It is painted. You know? Like makeup.
I don't fucking know anymore.
Jesus.
This shit's weird.
The Lothric brothers did become Lords of Cinder, but they never ascended the throne. That was the problem, Isley. They refused to go to the throne. They did accept the whole Cinder thing, though. See, blah, 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 blah. To call her a witch is a vast understatement. The Lord of Death and Disease.
I'm sorry, are they trying to say Nito's a busty woman?
No,
I don't
maybe.
know anymore.
Hold on, is this?
Well, who else is going to be the
Okay,
Lord of
go
Death
ahead.
and Disease?
No. Nito is not the female. No.
Oh, okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Lord of Death and Disease, as he descended into pristine marble floor, teleporting to Kami nowhere, taking his huge skeletal form with him. What? Kami. In a Dark Souls game, where they worship Gwyn. Kami.
Yep.
Okay. I guess that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Guys, I totally know the lore.
Talkative as always.
Nose hair, can we get a retarded chimp noise from you, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Somebody clip that, please.
We all shut up. It's the perfect time.
Oh my god. They all have big tits now. Yeah.
Including Naruto.
I am actually going to be exceedingly angry at the defilement of my precious Witch of Izalith.
You act like she hasn't been defiled already.
Look, I just ignore that, okay?
I'm pretty sure the internet routinely defiles her.
Talkative as
And her
always,
terrible boss design.
said the waking figure with an equal tone of serenity as the Witch of Izalith a bit with a tinge of sensuality laced with it, as she fixed her silky brunette locks. Again, improper use of a semicolon. Effectively making her look more motherly and gorgeous. Then, grabbing Naruto's left arm, placing it between her bountiful breastaloos.
Can the author, like, stop? Like, we get that you're, like, 11 or whatever.
But we need you to stop immediately.
Breasts that were already seductively looking.
What? That
They were
doesn't make any
already
sense.
seductively looking.
Huh? What?
My brain is full of what?
No, Sneaky's brain is full of
No,
what?
breasts that her already seductively looking silky white attire had a difficult task of constraining for eons.
Sneaky, that's just the word seductive, not seductively. Are you okay?
No, hold on. I
Is
want
the
to
Well,
make
you're-
alcohol
Well,
kicking in?
Sneaky,
I
put
wanna
down
make
the
this
potato
worse.
juice.
I don't have
Do you-
any. Look, I have a 12-hour shift tomorrow. I literally can't drink tonight.
Ooh,
Do you,
I-
do you,
ooh,
are you
y'all are
smelling,
getting sober, Sneaky.
I
are
think
you
his
smelling any,
workday has
are you
actually
smelling,
fried his
are you
brain.
smelling any almonds? Do we need
Yeah.
to call the
No,
hospital?
I smell
thought it was
only
burnt
almonds
toast.
these days. No,
No,
I was
almonds
gonna
are
say
almonds.
almonds is for cyanide, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so almonds is cyanide.
Well, I'm pretty sure Sneaky would put cyanide in his vodka
Dude,
to kill
I would
himself.
absolutely drink cyanide.
He just said he wasn't drinking, though.
So, look, man.
You're losing the joke.
You, the joke. Whoosh.
Is this the part where you do the fucking train wreck joke?
What train wreck joke? This entire thing's been a train wreck from the fucking start. There's no train wreck joke to make.
I was talking about the
Your entire life has been a train wreck joke.
Yeah, it really has.
I was speaking about nose hair, but yeah, I guess it could apply to Sneaky too.
Anyway. They all shifted their attention to the colossal, ornate door, decorated with dicks. I'm just kidding about that one. Elegant gold ivory and lapis lazuli. Bluestone, for the uninitiated. Carving of the final
So have we
battle.
confirmed yet that this person is 14 years old?
Yes. He plays
Okay, good.
Minecraft, so yeah. Against the dragons, as another breathtaking woman of big, bountiful boobies enters.
Gee, I wonder if this person's horny.
Well, considering the fact that
Sneaky's adding shit in again.
yes, I am.
You would know this if you guys would actually read the story.
Excuse me.
No,
I
no,
know he's
I am-
adding this
I am
bullshit.
improving the story, thank you.
No,
I am
Sneaky,
improving
you're
the
not.
story.
You're making this more painful. You're
That's
revealing
not-
a future which did not need to be revealed.
You're revealing a future that did not
that
need to
sounds
be
a lot
revealed.
like I'm improving the story.
Listen,
I'm
we
making it
need
more
to take the
painful.
eyes of the Firekeeper away from Sneaky.
No.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's too
according
late.
to
He's
Sneaky,
already fucking eaten them.
I was gonna say, Sneaky's kind of the person that would just instantly go for the evil ending.
Absolute. Which actually is the non-evil ending, as it turns out.
Wait, which ending
What?
is the evil ending?
Where you keep the fire going.
I was talking more about the one where you kill the fire girl because you want, like, the fire for yourself.
But if you want that ending, just pick the Lord
You
of
just kill her, and then you just take the fire after she, like... You kill her after she smothers the flame.
Yeah, she literally helps you plan that.
No, he's talking about the one where you kill her before she takes it.
Oh, okay.
She takes
Yeah.
it and then you murder her.
I
Yeah.
never did that ending. I didn't know that existed.
Oh, yeah, that ending, oof, that one
That
is
is the
painful to
action-
watch.
That is the actual evilest ending you can do.
And then you become the next Soul of Cinder, and everything goes back to bad.
No, you literally destroy the world.
Well, here, Sneaky and I sat down and theorized about this, and I'm pretty certain that either way you cause a massive reset. You either reset the timeline with more decay, or you reset everything to 0, and then everything just goes back and starts decaying again. You destroy
Well, okay,
the world.
so then what's the Lord of Hollows ending supposed to be?
Lord of Hollows ending is where you say, fuck the machine.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one where you say, I've broken the computer and made a new one.
I mean, it's basically the Dark
no.
Age ending from Deus Ex. So
No.
yeah.
Oh God, Sneaky, did we ever write down what we went through with that shit?
What do you mean?
Because we actually had each ending pulled out as like a coding thing.
I don't think we
Well-
ever did the Lord of Hollows ending.
We might not have. Yeah. I think the Lord of Hollows ending is like, yeah, no, we're not recurring. We're out of this recursive loop, so everything will eventually just die to entropy.
Yeah. More or less.
I'm gonna say, because the Firekeeper one is like, oh, there's a whole bunch of dark, but there's little fire in there too.
There's like
Yeah,
little pockets.
what
There's
was
like
it?
little pockets of fire.
What was it, Sneaky? That was like that was the first flame, essentially, or some shit.
Yeah, it was like the whole thing
It's
resetting. Or
it's
whatever,
been so long. We
Recursive
spent
loops are fun, children.
God, how long did we spend? We spent like what 3 nights discussing this back and forth while trying to write for our Dark Souls story.
Definitely around a week.
Just sat discussing it.
But anyway, let us continue, children, with the tale of bountiful boobies. And I mean the bird, not the boobs.
I'm gonna go check on my dinner while you do that. I'm gonna escape this while I can.
No, there is no escape here. You must listen to the lurid descriptions this author has implanted into this work of fiction.
No, I'm gonna go see about dinner. I'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, ornate temple with powerful black knights following closely behind her as if she could not defend herself. She was equally alluring than her fellow sister with her luminous bladed platinum locks that only contrasted her jet black robe that seemed more elegant than a normal firekeeper. As the elegant gold embroidery complementing the dark accentuated her curvaceous figure. Apparently, this author believes everyone in Dark Souls 1 was fucking supermodels.
I mean, they might have tried to go for a fashion campaign, so who knows?
No, but literally no one was.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, literally no one was... Like,
except the actual illusion.
Yeah, the only thing that was bountiful and boobacious in Dark Souls 1 was the literal illusion of non-reality. The only thing that caught more attention than anything else was the marvelous work of art of her boobs. I'm just kidding. Crown covering her eye. It's literally,
so what is this story assuming that Gwendolyn had
Dark Souls? This is the Dark Souls 3. This is the Dark Souls 3.
Oh, good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Dark Souls.
Sneaky, you okay?
As she paces towards her husband with graceful steps of natural beauty, bearing a small yet alluring smile that radiated absolute class and purity.
I want to die.
The only thing that caught more attention than anything else from her appearance was the marvelous work of art that was, what was her? As she neared her, blah blah blah, she bowed, blah. I see my beloved and sisters have awoken from their deep slumber. Breakfast is ready. Oh boy. She's referring to the other members of the harem as her sisters. No one's ever done that in a harem story before. Completely ignoring the fact that the only real-world examples of written harems was the Muslim harems, in which they all tried to kill each other with poison and shit.
Okay, what I missed?
Harems.
Harems.
Yeah, okay, what did I miss that I didn't already know about?
He's fucking the third firekeeper from Dark Souls 3.
That's oddly specific.
He's fucking the Dark Souls 3 firekeeper
I mean, that's what he's doing.
with his dick.
What?
I mean, I think with his
Also,
dick
she has a bountiful
was...
boob.
I think the comment of "with his dick" was kind of already inferred, my dude.
I mean, you don't know, man. You know, maybe he turns into a girl and puts a strap on. You don't know his kinks.
I mean, I think I know this author enough to know that he's a fucking...
I mean, look, dude. He said he pulled from Yagami Naguen. I mean, I am prepared for any fetish at this point. And there is so many that I never needed to know, but fanfiction has introduced me to, and I'm just sitting here just like, I never needed to know this information. Please end yourself.
Okay, Isley. You were so close tonight.
So close.
That wasn't
What
me
did
that
I-
said that.
So close.
Wait, I haven't said anything for a
No,
bit.
she's calling nose hair Max.
Oh no.
She's trying to mean
No.
more. She's trying to mean more.
All right, Isley, you've officially ruined your own joke. Now we all know you're just an idiot. Trying to meme.
You cannot
See?
meme.
I hedged my bets.
Hedging my bets, indeed. The only thing
Hedging
that
my
blah, blah, blah,
bets.
blah, blah. Good morning, my dear. Time seems to have treated you well. You look not a day over 21. Naruto said with equal teasing voice while his two lovers giggled angelically at his joke.
Oh, shut the fuck up, author.
Shut up.
I'm glad to see thy mannerisms still intact after all these years. The Firekeeper said
Author,
the really
go
shit
choke on the
version of Old
giant
English.
pile of dicks that's the only thing you're ever gonna get.
I'm guessing the new age of fire has awakened. The Lord of Sunlight asked knowingly, with more adverb. Indeed, it seems thy plan has worked. I'm ecstatic to see the new flame to be kindled. What is her verbal tick just adding thy in there occasionally?
Apparently, even though she never had that.
As she embraced her lord, she snuggled his strong, beefy chest, shortly accompanied by her loving sisters. I love thee much, the Firekeeper softly against his chest produced different kind of warmth the flame could not hope to produce within her.
I don't think the author understands just quite how much Gwyn had a hard-on for the first flame.
No, the Lord of Sunlight is Naruto this time.
I know, I'm just saying.
The Firekeeper, Dark Souls 3 Firekeeper, has nothing to do with Gwyn, except in this story, she's sucking his dick.
I know, but he said, a warmth the fire could never hope to produce.
Yes, the Firekeeper is thinking that. The Firekeeper is hugging Naruto's
My
chest
apologies.
and going,
I was
oh my
wrong.
god, I am so horny right now. But the author is trying to be purple prose about it. I love thee much, says the Firekeeper. The Firekeeper pulled back and gazed at Naruto. Can you tell the author really was into pounding his meat to the Firekeeper?
I couldn't tell. Why don't we look more into it, and then you can tell us later when you go check it out.
And gazed at Naruto with a smile so infectious one cannot help but smile back at her. Dost thou want to see the new flame?
Hey, at least they're too dumb to know about Dusk, so they'll leave Dusk alone.
Maybe. My Firekeepers are tending to it as of now. I noticed after our awakening that there seemeth
What?
Seemeth as though other magical beings at play, perhaps related to those who weren't affected by the slump.
By the way, the Firekeeper in 3 did use that in the...
Yes, she did.
I
She
thought
used Old
that
English.
She did, but she didn't use it like a
no,
fucking
that's
verbal
not
tick.
Old English. That's Middle English, I think.
Whatever.
Old English is even more
He's correct.
obnoxious.
Yes.
Old
but
English
point
is
being,
nigh on
though,
indecipherable
she
to us.
used the oldish versions of English words, but the thing is that she didn't use them like a verbal tick of just like saying it only once and then saying it in perfectly modern English like for the rest of the sentence. Also, seemeth. Now Naruto was intrigued. He knew there were some humans and creatures that were not affected by his sleeping magic. Semicolon. He also knew that there was more to the world than what he knew. At the moment of his waking, semicolon. I'm gonna murder this author. He felt the
You
aura
and me
of
both, man.
beings thousands of miles away. Beings that felt similar yet vastly different at the same time. Okay, well, A. Heaven and hell are in different dimensions. B.
Go fuck yourself.
If your country is the size of Russia, and you are in the center of it, thousands of miles away is still in Russia. Her embers need a member. Thank you, Tension, for your...
He's so pleased with himself about that joke.
Yeah,
He really is.
he is.
And you really shouldn't be ever pleased with that joke. I want you to know that.
The internet has taught me too much. But it has also taught me...
What has it also taught you?
that this is the sort of moment where I just shout deport over and over again.
This is not poll. Please do not do that.
Man, this kid probably watched Lonely Island, the semicolon song. I didn't know they made a semicolon song, but I'm sure it's actually probably funny. Lonely Island were decent.
Wow.
Are you looking that up?
Don't. Why would you look that up?
I'm not looking that up.
I don't
Lead the
believe you.
way, Naruto
I'm
said,
not looking it up.
smiling as he stood up from the elegant sarcophagus, subconsciously
I'm working on
summoning
a paladin.
his powerful frayed blade to his left hip. The blade forged from Midior's soul.
Why though?
You summon that to your hip. Yeah.
Max with the small why though.
Dark Souls 1 Naruto summoned the Midior blade to his hip.
Well, I mean, technically, because of the Ringed City DLC, we know that they knew who Meteor was.
Yes, well, they did, because they gave it to them.
Yeah. Gwyn was just like, hey, you want this cool dragon? Everyone's like, yeah. And he forgot to tell them all that the dragon was going to kill them in like a few years.
No, he didn't.
The problem with Midior was that he was supposed to hold back the Abyss, and then he held back the Abyss, and then it turns out that you can only hold back the Abyss for so long before you turn into the Abyss.
I mean, I thought everyone would have known that by now, given that, fucking Artorias went down and got corrupted by the Abyss.
Gwyn is functionally retarded, okay?
This has been a well-established fact.
Nexus. Yeah, so, yeah, it's just... Gwyn is non-functionally retarded. God damn it, Isley. C. Lordran.
I mean, actually, Lordran technically wasn't his fault.
No.
Technically.
You see,
Depending on the theory you go with, it
you
could have
see,
been.
Atin, Gwyn is like Obama in where that anything that bad that happens, it's damn it, Gwyn. He is the source of all problems.
He literally is.
Except when it comes to Hovel. Hovel curses and seethes. Right, Max?
So you want to repeat that?
Hovel curses with seethe. Every single time, instead of,
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining like he fucking stubs his toe in a crystal somewhere. It's like, God damn it, Seethe.
Exactly.
Someone hits him in the face with like a soul dart. God damn it, Seethe.
Now, to be fair, that is kind of Seethe's fault.
Seethe being the grandfather of all sorcery, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it
Damn it,
isn't his
Seethe.
fault. I'm just saying he would directly curse. Like, he would walk into Seethe's house and punch him in the face for someone else casting soul dart at him.
Yes.
It's just like, what the fuck was that for? You taught them that.
Gwynbama, indeed.
I mean, there is that Dark Souls 1 mod. Thanks, Obama.
Oh, God. Sounds of pain and agony can be heard from the cries of vile creatures bound to serve the all-powerful master. In a remote location devoid of all light, semicolon. Yet with a naked eye the vileness of those who dwell can be identified with utmost ease. While the vile stench of death and rot consumed the land, a stench so putrid that Satan himself would recoil. And the remote location lies a dark, imposing castle so tainted with darkness that it seems
Darkness!
the abyss itself is repulsed by coexisting in such a location. The fire has been reborn, my lord, a disgusting creature of what seems to be black sludge, tainted with the darkest of abyss, said to the forgotten Lord of Cinder, sitting comfortably upon a throne made from the remains of slain warriors and their most coveted possessions, from weapons and skulls, showing the harsh consequences of insubordination to this Lord of Cinder. When are we going to release our presence in the world, my lord? Questioned the vile being in a voice so sweet and conniving, it seems that those that can be
not
trusted...
conniving, convincing.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
convincing apparently.
Are you turning Dark Souls into the generic isekai world, you fucking asshole?
In due
Clearly
time,
they are.
Eldritch. In due time.
You know, generic isekai world is just fantasy, right?
The Lord said.
Yes,
with a
but given who
raspy
this
voice,
author is, I'm
sitting
sure they
back
just
on the
pulled it
throne
from
with fear of
generic
vengeance,
isekai anime number
fellow
317.
lords, disregarding his strength and one voice. Alright, so now that he's absolutely
Max, you can't say
butchered
I'm
all
at least
of
somewhat
Soulsborne.
wrong.
I can.
Oh boy,
It's light novel.
I
Thank
hope you
very
like
much.
my version of Souls, and keep in mind
Max.
there will be more information in the future. Naruto is just a replacement for Gwyn, but he also has all of his ninja techniques and his personality that I am changing. I will have polls regarding who he should stick his dick into on my page for more information. I hope you guys like my portrayal of the furtive pygmy as a hyper-chaotic evil figure that Aldrich worships.
But why though?
Except the furtive pygmy wasn't evil.
Furtive pygmy wasn't really anything.
The furtive pygmy was quite literally like the good guy.
Or well, he was the source of all humanity.
Not even
Yeah.
a good guy. He was just there. It's like, I'm here.
Yeah,
I
but
got my
He was
prize.
just a guy.
But see, no,
Like,
but the thing though
I
is,
got my consolation prize. I'm good.
yeah, but see, Max, but the thing though is with the furtive pygmy is that Gwen said, "Follow me, and I'll, give you power." Except he didn't break his soul off, except for the four kings and
Unseethe.
Seethe. And
Those are the only
but
instances.
he just knighted all the rest of the hollows, and we don't actually know. They might still be hollows underneath there. They might be whatever.
Hell, we
We
still don't even know that for certain. Like,
Well, we know
all
they
we
were all.
have-
We know they were all hollows because of how Dark Souls intro started. We know they were all hollows before they found the souls of Cinder. And what we do know as well is that humans came from hollows being given humanity, which is actually little tiny chunks of the original Dark Soul, which was what the remnants of the Souls of Cinder were.
It's been so long since I've gone through that intro. I should analyze that again. That was kind of fun.
No, Manus is not the furtive pygmy.
Um,
Manus is just a really old man.
I don't remember if that was ever actually confirmed or denied with anything.
No, Manus is no. The pygmy is literally a separate race. Pygmies are a separate race. Manus was a primeval human.
I would just say, as we've seen from Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. It goes pygmy, primeval human, ancient human, human.
We don't actually know what Manus was. All we know was that they disturbed a grave
Of the
that was
primeval
tied
man.
to the. It wasn't of the primeval. No,
Of
it wasn't the primeval man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
That's
they
right.
disturbed the grave of the
right.
primeval man.
He actually is called the primeval man. That's
I would
right.
say,
No, it
whatever
was
that
common
means.
theory. Well, I think
But we
there's
know
a
the
theory.
pygmies are a separate race because of Dark Souls 3, because
Yeah.
the
Well-
pygmies could be hunted down.
Yeah, well, and the problem here is the use of primeval. Primeval is that which came before, which means that humans existed before the Dark Soul, theoretically. No, that's why people thought he was the furtive pygmy. Because he was called... His name translates to... The primeval man reverts... I can't speak. Primeval man is literally the one who came before, the man who came before. I think that's why people were tying him as the furtive pygmy.
Yeah.
Because he would have been the source of the Dark Soul. Literally called
But anyway,
he who came before,
No, the
essentially.
Isley correction. The abyss is literally humanity. The abyss is literally rampant humanity.
I guess you could say that it's sort of like the warp.
No, it's so much worse than the warp.
But I said
No,
sort of.
No,
I
I
said
will.
sort of.
No, from what I know of the warp, I will argue the warp is worse than the abyss or humanity.
No,
Simply
because at
because-
least with humanity, you can go into a peaceful sleep of nothingness, if you're lucky.
That's why I just said the warp is worse. Why are you?
I'm
You just
arguing
said
with you for
No,
the
because here's-
drama.
No,
I realized I was
drama.
wrong, because
Channel
technically,
drama.
if you're human and you're lucky, you can be with the Emperor.
If you're lucky. Otherwise, you're just going to end up getting
Like,
fucked
you
by something.
basically, you have to hope that the Emperor's paying attention at that particular moment.
Otherwise, you get to get fucked by
Anyway, so are you guys ready
Slash
for
for,
this?
like, eternity.
Are you guys ready for this?
No.
So
No.
the following members of Naruto's harem will be up to 8 women. The following confirmed members are Guinevere, his daughter, the Witch of Islith. I'm thinking Lilith as her name. She is the Scaleless as a small waifu.
What?
Firekeeper of Dark Souls 3, the most adorable best waifu.
Author, I want you to take a good hard look at your life and then reconsider.
The following can be potential members of his harem. Check my polls. Gwendolen, his gender-bent daughter. I'm also thinking...
specifically thinking of making her Naruto and Guinevere's daughter. What
Wait,
the
As
fuck?
part of his what is wrong with you all,
Like, there are so many lore reasons this is wrong, and so many moral and ethical reasons this is wrong.
This Sister Freed. Those feet, though. Okay, so he's got a foot fetish, apparently.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
we
Oh, no.
found our degenerate, lads.
Furia of Londor. Such a badass. Cyrus of the Sunless Realms.
Serious.
Rosaria.
Isn't it
Oh
serious?
The
yeah,
mother
Sirius
of-
was there, wasn't she?
The Mother of Rebirth. Karasuba from Sekirei. Yasaka.
Nani the fuck?
Seraphal, Gabriel, Penumamumu, and if anyone can help me fit her in, The doll from Bloodborne, the second best waifu.
They have clearly committed the greatest sin. They left out the Emerald Herald.
The following will not be in
What
the
about
Herald.
Anna?
The following will not
What
be
about
in the
Anna?
Herald.
She doesn't
What
talk.
is this?
Yes, she does.
Okay, no. She's not supposed to talk.
Wait, no, okay, wait. Guys, you haven't heard the rest of it yet.
What?
Do I want to hear the rest of it?
Priscilla. She's
and this-
going
this
to
the
be
not in harem thing?
Naruto's. Yes, this is not the harem. She's going to be Naruto's and Seed's daughter, Graphia.
Well, I mean, it was
Kushina.
always suspected she was Seed's daughter.
Kushina. Orc Girls,
What?
also
What?
known as Rias, Aketo, and Roswace. The
Huh?
Student Council Girls, and Hinata will not be in the harem.
I have so many questions, and I want answers to none of them.
Can we also get a clip of that?
Is that going to be our second shirt?
Can we? Yes, that is our second shirt. I have so many questions and I want answers to none of them.
I've said that so many times, though.
So have I.
I mean, we all don't
It's
want
just
answers to these
exceedingly
questions.
relevant in this exact situation. It's time
I feel like
to
that
A.
would work well as a Emperor's text-to-speech device quote. I don't know why.
It seems they have Naruto's in Gwen's position, but his family not being his family. Well, of course not. Then he couldn't stick his dick in them, because the author's gotta beat his meat. Remember, guys, give me a legitimate suggestion regarding potential harem, and give me a reason to implement them, not because of their beauty, or how it will do for story dynamics.
Anime was a mistake.
Do not give me a reason to implement these characters because of story dynamic. Okay. I might actually start drinking because of this.
Sneaky, no,
Sneaky.
you have work.
Yeah, you have work in the morning. Don't do it.
You know what? I think we can actually call this one a night. I'll finish it with my D&D story and we'll call it a night. Remember,
Is that ethical?
it doesn't have to be a woman. I can always gender bend them.
God, I hate this all.
There will be a poll on my page regarding if I should keep the 4 knights or if I should gender bend them or replace them with other anime characters.
He did
Can you
3
just not?
chapters
Can
in the
you
course
just
of a
not?
week.
And there is going to be another poll if you guys want to have a serious story or a lighthearted story. Thank you for reading, and PM me if you have questions.
Sneaky, what is it we always say about people who put polls up for their stories to to decide the direction?
They're typically absolute garbage because the reader knows less than the author.
Yep.
Yeah. Naruto's weapons and shields. There can be more if you suggest them. The broken
there's so
straight
many.
sword.
What? No, he should literally have Gwyn's greatsword. The end.
Broken straight sword. The frayed blade. Bloodlust. Dark drift. Dragon Slayer Great Axe. Leto's Great Hammer. Lothric Warbanner because of the attack boost. Fatawa. Dragon Slayer Sword Spear. The Golden Tracers because the bleed on those things.
There's only one golden tracer, you fucking
Proof
uncivilized
that they
cunt.
don't
He's
know
got
anything.
2
like we
of
thought.
them.
There's one, you uncivilized cunt.
Man, this author is a one-man crusade of turning men into women.
Why are there still more weapons?
The Crescent Moon Sword. The Dancer's Enchanted Sword. These things are pretty crap, but the moveset's super dope. Morian Blade.
The
Storm
moveset's
Ruler,
pretty dope.
Onyx Blade. Moonlight Greatsword because duh. Profaned Greatsword. Eat shit, author. Ring Knight Paired Greatsword because lol the meme. Dual sights like Creed's except they're lightning. Dragon Slayer and Millwood great bows. The Murky is Lith and Archdeacon stabs. Yorn's Great Shield. Goldwing Crest Great Shield because spell reflection, duh. Great Shield of Glory. Door Shield. Lol JK unless you want Naruto to meme. Armor. It's gonna be pretty badass. Head. Dark Mask. Chest. Dragon Scale Armor. Gauntlets, Ringed Knight Gauntlets, and boots, Lorian's Leggings. Hi, I'm the author, and I'm a complete creative hack who has absolutely not a single intelligent bone in my body.
This is...
You're alright there?
Alright, so in other news,
No.
so we're gonna finish off the night with my D&D story of mild humorority. So, you guys know about how I am a hate preacher who is advocating for mass genocide.
No, Isley, they mentioned the armor.
No,
Unfortunately.
So, to add on to that, in the most recent session we had a giant elemental event occur. And we had to figure out where all these elementals were infinitely coming from before they destroyed the city. And so we did. We went off in search of this. And we found the source, which was a mountain giant from the Norse myth. And, we're level 4.
Yeah.
It's CR21.
So
And
you gave it a hug.
the DM wanted us to fight it for a bit and then retreat or just drive it off or something, or etc.
It would kill you all in one shot.
Yeah. And so they were like, hey, we need the most charismatic person to go talk to him. And then they all turned to me, the hate preacher, who's trying to start a genocide. To go talk to the mountain giant.
I see no problems with this.
And I go up to him, and I talk with him. And I convince him that genociding the dwarves is a good plan and that he should pay adventurers to help him. And I might have just started part of World War I.
I knew we could trust you to do so.
And this is why I need to continue playing D&D with you.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. You casually started a world war in your D&D
Look, I
session.
rolled extremely high on my persuasion. Nat 20.
That is not the problem here, sir. You literally could have done anything else. But no. No, you had to start a war.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Also, during the entire campaign, whenever my character speaks, it's... Well, hello, my fine sir. I do that over the mic the entire time.
We know this.
I had to do my preacher voice work, because I'm playing as a hate
I hate
preacher.
you so much. I'm getting that food.
But, yeah.
Did he leave?
Yeah.
I do not blame him.
So, see you guys Friday, because there's always more, and it always gets better.